Hi everyone, my name is Laurens de Grote. I am the owner and founder of solarsamples.com. That is solar-samples.com. If you still can't find it, there's a link in the description down below. I hope you will check it out. You will find a web shop that I have opened for that at this moment contains a very new, very fresh sample pack specifically meant for drum triggers. In this video, we're going to check out the snares, and the snares bundle is up right now on my web shop as well. You can get it in WAV file form, so you will get the total sample pack. You can also get it in TCI file, which is specifically meant for slate trigger. There's a little less control there, so that's why they're a little cheaper. They're a little harder to work with, but some people just want the TCI files. They don't want all those sample packs on there. They just want the slate trigger files. But today we're going to be discussing the snare sample packs. Now, the way the snare samples are split up is basically you have one snare drum. For instance, let's take a look at this one, Charon. I have already turned these into TCI files, but it's basically the same samples as the sample pack. So you order the sample packs, you get the same sounds from as in you would have in the TCI packs. But because I work with slate trigger, I work with this specific trigger plugin, I'm going to be using the TCI files. All the snare drums I will be discussing today are included in the snare sample pack you can find on the web shop at solar-samples.com. Some of these are included in the individual kits. There's 5 kick drums, 5 toms, and snare sets to go along with it, which were the same kit. So yeah, let's check it out. I've got right here a setup. As you can see, I am working in Studio One. There is a track called Snare, Ira 2 Snare. Ira 2 is the title of a song I am working on. I was in the middle actually of producing an EP for my band, Elison. During triggering, I just thought, you know, why not just make a video, talk about what everything sounds like on my store. The snare track is being sent. Its sample is I'm not even gonna let you hear it. It's heavily bandpassed. It's heavily gated. It was specifically edited for triggering, is what I'm trying to say. Now that is sent to the trigger, which is the only plugin I will be using today in this clip. You don't need to know about all the other stuff. I turned every plugin off. These are the raw sounds. So let's take a look. Charon, let's start from the top. Charon. It's kind of a... The Charon has a nice attack to it, I think, in the top snare. In the top mic. The bottom is very roomy. It's got for some reason it's got a little bit of mid-low end. And there's the room samples. I love these room samples. I genuinely do. I'm not just trying to blow my own horn here, or trying to make you buy something or sell something to you. I really love these room sounds. They sound so real and they're so easy to work with. Let's see what it sounds like combined. I don't want to get them too roomy. What happens to me is I get seduced into using the room mics too much, and all your drums are just going to end up sounding like they're really far away. The room has so much balls. It's got such a solid feel to it. I love it. Deimos got a brother. Deimos and Phobos are the same snare drum. They're both the same piccolo drum. It's just that one is muffled and the other is resonating. In some cases you want to use a muffled piccolo, in the other ones you want to keep a, well, not muffled but dampened piccolo, and the other one you want to use a resonating piccolo. So I'll get into Phobos after this one. This is the shorter one. Listen to that. Listen to how snappy that is. Don't you love that? There's a couple of annoying frequencies in there. You're gonna want to have to remove it. Listen to that. That is great. Let's go to Phobos. Let's see what it sounds like if it's resonating a little. Already in the top mic recording, the mood is set. You know what you're gonna get. Let's see what it sounds like together. Look, just listen to the first hit, like back. It's so aggressive. It's so snappy. It's so. I love it. Dione. Yeah. I love this room sound. It's very dark. I just don't like the direct micings. It sounds a little messy. I bet there's some use for it in maybe like an underground hardcore or an underground punk production or something. Not the clean, well cut sounds of Green Day or Sum 41 or whatever, but the actual punk, the punk that actually hurts. It's very messy. Again, I like the room sounds, but let's just move on to the other one, to the next one. Haiti top, Haiti bottom, and Haiti room. Now this one from the top mic is already pretty full, right? There's already a lot of body going on there. I'm pretty sure these complement each other really well. And that room sound, there it is again. Whatever. Listen to that. Let's turn those softer hits a little down. I love this one. This might be my favorite. Look how full that sounds. This is completely unedited. This is completely, there's nothing that has been done to this. Even in the lower velocity hits, it's such a full sound. It's such a real full sound. Anyway, I'm getting a little off track. I love this one. Haiti might actually be my favorite. Hydra snare. I believe the Hydra snare is comes along with the Matis pack, but I'm not sure of that, so don't take my word for that. I accidentally pressed spacebar. This one is pretty messy again. I like this one way more than the only one. Look how messy it is. The bottom snares, the bottom recordings aren't too sharp. That's what bugs me sometimes about bottom snare recordings. This one isn't as sharp as the other ones. Not great on the direct micings. Again, the room sounds are great. I'm gonna say that a lot more, so you better get used to it. It's all right. I don't think I personally would be using it a lot, but I bet someone might. This is the carry snare. This one is a little higher. I'm pretty sure this one's more to my taste. Let's turn that bottom mic a little down. Again, the same with the, what was I talking about? I believe it was the Hades snare. It's gonna be a tough competitor for the Hades snare. Also in the low ends, again, I mean in the low velocity hits, this one sounds great. They're complementing each other so well. Again, I'm gonna be blowing my own horn a lot here. If you don't love the thing you made, then why did you release it, you know? That's what I think. But listen to that. Such a real sound. In the lower, in the louder parts, I would say maybe compress the bottom mic a little. The bottom mic gets a little too present when it's actually being hit like a rim shot. In the top level, top velocity level. Other than that, it sounds great. You don't want that bottom to be too loud, too present, but in the softer hits, in the soft velocity hits, listen to that. Doesn't that sound great? Doesn't that sound very natural and... It's nice how the loop isn't exactly right. Did it. Yeah. I'm just talking about how nice everything is and how lovely everything. I feel like Bob Ross. Let's go over to the next one, the Mob. Now the Mob is very special to me. The Mob direct mics, I'll show you. The top recordings, it's okay. The snares are very messy, pretty ugly actually. But let's fill in that room sound. Listen to that. You're gonna have to sidechain that to the bass guitar. That is nuts. I've been using this one. Look, I'll just do it right now. Which one did I love? Hari. I believe I liked Hari a lot. No, I like the Kari more. I'm gonna use it with the Kari snare. Get in the Mob room. I just think everyone should have the Mob room. Listen to that. If your snare drum is lacking body, just put this one in. It's so good. This is my favorite room sound. It's not my favorite snare, not in the least, the Mob, but the room sound is my favorite of all the rooms. Listen to that. If you can't work with that, you can't work with anything. That is nuts. I love it so much. Anyway, I got a little off track here. So I told you what you have to do with the Mob snare. You just gotta layer it. You gotta use that one for layering. I'm gonna turn it off now again. I want to see what Naiad sounds like. I'm hearing a lot of snare action going on in the Naiad top. A lot of ringing going on. I would get rid of that, or if that's your jam, then just leave it in. But I would try and EQ those rings a little bit. I like this. I like the direct mic this time. I'm not too keen on the room sound. The snare is very present. These snares are very in your face. They're also pretty abrupt. I feel like usually snares just have like a tail that they go like, you know, they have a longer release. But this one actually has a hold and then it cuts off immediately. Listen to that. It's like a noise generator on white noises being turned off immediately. Like, I don't know if I'm making any sense. You just have to see it for yourself. The room sounds okay, I guess. I love the mob room sound more though. That is rude. That is loud. I'm gonna turn this one off. I'm not here to show you the mob room. I'm here to show you all the mics. It's pretty great. I like it. Naso top, Naso bottom, and the Naso room. Let's check it out. It's almost like a detuned piccolo snare or something. A lot of ringing again. Already in the direct mic, in the top mic, there's a lot of ringing going on. It's a nice snare. I kind of like. We already went over the Phobos one. Let's listen to it once again. Sounds so real, so genuine. I know that might sound weird, but in my head, that works. Look at the violence on this one, huh? That is rude. The tuning is terrible. It's modulating a little bit. It sounds like do, 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 do. You know what I mean? So I would try and get that one out if you wanted not to interfere with the tunes of your production too much, but the overall sound is great. It's very violent, very aggressive. It's also got to do with the snares. I think they're a little looser here. Yeah, there's a lot of tail going on in there's a lot of release going on in the snare mic. In the bottom mic, I mean. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty violent. Try it on the last one. Let's check it out. It sounds like it's the same one as before, but pitched up. If that makes sense. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Loudest level. This is the lowest level. Listen to those. Listen to those mid-low frequencies coming through the room. Coming through the room. Like they show up around velocity layer 3 or something. 4, 5. And they disappear at the rim level. Again, I like this one a lot. It's a little more snappy. It's got a little more snare action going on, combined with a lot of body in the room. So that's that. Let's tune in the mob room once more, just one more time. I love it. I love the room sounded. I knew this studio sounded great for that, for the body. The way this turned out, I will be using this a lot. I hope you will be using it a lot as well. All these snares you can find in the snare sample pack, in the snare bundle pack. You can also find them in the snare TCI pack, which all of it you can find in the solar-samples.com website. There will be a link down here. So yeah, take a look. Make me happy. Make yourself happy. Thanks for watching. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. See you next time. Bye bye.